Would you please give a hand for my buddy, New Corp Entertainment superstar, Mr. Darren Warren. Take it away, Darren.
How y'all doing out here this evening, huh? Good. Fixing to play you some songs and tell you a little bit about myself. So it's great to be here at the rodeo. I've had a great time already. So. Here she comes again, sun-kissed tan skin. Lord, she's got it going on. Pretty as a sunset, breaking the boys' necks. Just one look and they're gone, hey, long gone. She's a heartbreaker, love taker, stirring it up as she goes. She's a hurricane, driving rain, rocking everybody's boat. Drinking her drink from a Dixie cup straw, looking that good should be against the law. Boys love her, girls hate her, and she don't even know. She's a little waymaker. The old men try to fish, all they can do is wish they had that on the line. She smiles and passes them by. They look at their wives and looking, baby, ain't no crime. No, no, no. She's a heartbreaker, love taker, stirring it up as she goes. She's a hurricane, driving rain, rocking everybody's boat. Drinking her drink from a Dixie cup straw, looking that good should be against the law. Boys love her, girls hate her, and she don't even know. She's a little waymaker. Yeah. Thank y'all. Here's a song I wrote some time back. We played 4 shows down in Texas and live on a pretty good sized farm in Kentucky. When I come back home, a lot of time get off the road, we just kind of kick back and do nothing at all. And I was out on the back porch grilling and just kind of laying back. And my wife walked out there one day and she said, "Why do you think when you get home, all in the world you have to do is just have you a cold beer and do nothing at all?" And I looked at her, I was just picking on her, I said, "It's the way God made me." And I was like, man, that'd make a good song. I said, "I still drink too many beers, raise a little hell. This old hat of mine's got that smoky bar smell, like a good honky-tonk with a rockin' band, playing good-hearted woman, loving a good-timing man, like my old pickup truck on a backcountry road." Dad always said when God made me that he broke the mold. That's the way I am, way I'll always be, like my feet loose and my fancy free. Not a worry in the world, not a care in my heart. You say you wanna love me, girl, I know my part might be a little crazy, just the way God made me. Well, I'll tell you up front, I like a wide open range. I'm easy to love, and I'm damn hard to change. There's mud on my boots, but these calloused hands ain't no big thing for a hard-working man. I'm a man of my word, my old Bible's been read. Don't have a lot to say except what needs to be said. That's the way I am, where I'll always be, like my feet loose and my fancy free. Not a worry in the world, not a care in my heart. You say you wanna love me, girl, I know my part might be a little little crazy, just the way God made me. I might be a little crazy, just the way God made me. Thank you. Flying out of San Francisco, California some time back, a buddy of mine from Nashville called me and was telling me about something he was going through. And I said, oh, come on, John. I said, you know we write a lot of songs, and I'm not big on leaving songs. I said, I kind of like stuff up-tempo, but he got telling me about a situation, and he said, man, she's been saying she's leaving without ever saying goodbye. And I said, when we get back to Nashville, we'll write that. We wrote this in about 10 minutes. Wrote it about probably a couple months ago. She used to answer the phone the very first time it would ring. She said the sound of my voice was one of her favorite things. But today when I tried, she didn't answer at all. Maybe I've been missing what's written all over the wall. She's been saying she's leaving without ever saying goodbye. No, I haven't seen her tears, oh, but I heard her cry. Oh, and somewhere she lost that I love you look in her eyes. She's been saying she's leaving without ever saying goodbye. She goes out with the girls more often than she has before, and our goodnight kiss, it don't last long enough anymore. Yeah, the last time I heard I need you, God only knows. I guess love sure leaves you lonely whenever she goes. And she's been saying she's leaving without ever saying goodbye. No, I haven't seen her tears, oh, but I heard her cry. Oh, and somewhere she lost that I love you look in her eyes. She's been saying she's leaving without ever saying goodbye. Oh, and somewhere she lost that I love you look in her eyes. She's been saying she's leaving without ever saying goodbye. Thank you. She was a pretty little girl from away down south, had her mama's eyes and her daddy's mouth. The way she talked, turn them cowboys on. You look once, you won't think twice. She's a whole lot of naughty and a little bit of nice. Just one look, you can kiss your heart long gone. Yes, she's got me good. God, I got it bad. Cut off jeans and long tan legs. She's the best I've ever had. She's a little crazy, little insane. Drives some country boys wild. Jacked up four-wheel drive, big mud tires. Here coming for a country mile. She's cranking the knobs on the dash, blaring the best of Johnny Cash. Yes, smoking hot as she can be. Lord, she's everything to me. She was born and raised on the upper side of town, but she sure loves sneaking on down to dance with me at the Cowboys Dewdrop Inn. There's neon signs and hardwood floors. She comes strutting through those swinging doors with a smile that says it's good to be here again. No, she don't need no fancy glass of wine, just an old jukebox and a Papa Top, 'cause anytime is Miller time. She's a little crazy, little insane, drives some country boys wild, jacked up four-wheel drive, big mud tires, here coming for a country mile. She's cranking the knobs on the dash, she's blaring the best of Johnny Cash. Yeah, smoking hot as she can be. Lord, she's everything to me. Yeah, she's cranking the knobs on the dash, she's blaring the best of old Johnny Cash. Yeah, smoking hot as she can be. Lord, she's everything to me. I actually was diagnosed at the age of 16 with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Spent 3 years of my life at St. Jude Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee, going through the fight of my life. It's quite a shocking experience. Some things like it in your life you would rather you didn't have to go through, but with me, I have to say it's something that I wouldn't take anything in the world from my experience of cancer, because it absolutely changed my life. They gave me less than a 50% chance to live. I started my treatment January the 5th of 1999. I had 122 chemotherapy treatments before I would be cured of cancer. I was back down there some time ago seeing the kids and doing a deal with Mr. Randy Owen and John Rich down there. And the night before I was supposed to go out and do some stuff with him, I got to thinking about all the miracles that's coming out of Memphis from the St. Jude Hospital, and I said I wrote this song right here. It's called Miracles in Memphis, talking about Mr. Danny Thomas, how in the 1950s his dream of St. Jude Hospital and what has become today. We've treated over 30,000 kids in 78 different countries and moved childhood cancer cures to an all-time high. So it's called Miracles in Memphis. It goes like this. Down by the mighty Mississippi, where the river boats are run on steam, back in the 1950s, Mr. Thomas, he had a dream to build a place of healing where no one would ever say, we can't treat your child 'cause you got no means to pay. And now there's miracles in Memphis that bring a smile to an angel's face. Oh, and some even say, the hand of God rest on this place. Well, believe what you want to, but I know the truth. If you want to see a miracle in Memphis, I'm a living proof. Sometimes things just happen and we just don't know why. As some kids have to suffer while mom and daddies have to cry. Oh, but there's a place of promise where no guarantees are made, but the very best care and a little bit of hope, it sure goes a long, long ways. And now there's miracles in Memphis and bring a smile to an angel's face. Oh, and some even say the hand of God rest on this place. Well, believe what you want to, but I know the truth. If you want to see a miracle in Memphis, I'm a living proof. If you want to see a miracle in Memphis, there's a living proof. Thank y'all. She grew up in Atlanta, a little rebel without a cause. Her mama was a doctor and her daddy practiced law. She always dreamed of living a little lift of doing right. Man, you all seen their jaw hit the floor when she brought me home that night. Yeah, it's hard to reach a Georgia peach when she's hanging so high on a tree. If you shake it just right, she just might fall for a good old boy like me. Lord, you never know where this might go. Only time will tell. And as long as she keeps whistling Dixie, I'll be ringing that Southern bell. She traded high-heel shoes for leathers, Harleys, and boots, and she's thinking about a rose tattoo. Daddy says she's gone wild, her mama, she's in denial. Said it's a phase she's going through, and she'll always keep her family roots grounded deep in the South. Yeah, we're sure having fun, living life on the run, taking that silver spoon from her mouth. Yeah, it's hard to reach a Georgia peach when she's hanging so high on a tree. If you shake it just right, she just might fall for a good old boy like me. Lord, you never know where this might go, and only time's gonna tell. And as long as she keeps whistling Dixie, I'll be ringing that Southern bell. Thank y'all. This will be my last song here, all right? I'm going to tell you, I wrote this song about, gosh, I don't know, probably two weeks ago or so, no more than that. Like I said, I live on a pretty good-sized farm in Kentucky. It's about a 700-acre farm that we've got there. And just up the road from the farm is a little bar up the road called Hilltop. And my granddad had passed away about a year before. He's been gone about a year. And I was in there, and an old man walked in and sat down beside me named Sarge. So I know him by, it's just Sarge, and he comes in there quite a bit. And he got talking to me. He said, son, the world's changed a lot. We got talking about some different stuff. I said, yeah, it has, Sarge. I said, Sarge, I got to ask you something. I said, if you'd known how much the world was going to change, would you have fought in the Korean War? Would you have fought in the Vietnam War? Would you have watched your buddies get gunned down and packed them out of there for this great United States of America? And a big old tear come to Sarge's eye, and he looked at me and he said, son, he said, all I can say, he said, if freedom lasts just for a little while, he said, I guess the good outweighs the bad. And I went back home that evening and I sat down and I got to think about what he said. I got to think about my granddad fighting in the war, in the Korean War, and he wouldn't never talk to me much about it. I wrote this song right here, and this goes out to all our brave men and women that serve this country. Folks, I'm going to tell you, I'm proud to be an American. I'm a proud American, and thank God for America. So here's a song I just wrote. My granddad fought in the forgotten war. He came home and he was 23. I asked him about it a couple times. He said, son, it's just a memory. He said some gave a little, yes, some gave a lot, and some gave all they had. But if freedom lasts for a little while, I guess a good outweighs a bad. He said there were ups and downs, there were smiles and frowns. There's two sides to every coin, every one I'd ever found. He said there were highs and lows, but if you can take those and remember all the better times you've had, then the good outweighs the bad. One year ago today, Grandma laid him down to rest. She took Old Glory home and left the medals pinned to his chest. She said, in all these 60 years that I'd stood by your granddad, they'd been a whole lot less than perfect, but the good outweighed the bad. She said there were ups and downs, there were smiles and frowns. Yeah, there's two sides to every coin, every one I'd ever found. Said there were highs and lows, but if you can take those and remember all the better times you've had, then the good outweighs the bad. You've had, son, the good outweighs the bad. Thank y'all so much. God bless you.